Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making cookies from this book, Dessert Person by Claire Saffitz, my actual baking queen. I love her so much. I got this cookbook a couple of years ago. My friend really liked this book and we made, I forget what it was. We made like carrot cake or something out of it. No, what was it? I've made a lot of recipes out of this book, which is bizarre because I don't make recipes out of books, but I made a grapefruit cake, or not a grapefruit. Was it grapefruit? You know what it was? We made the blood orange cake. Literally, that's on the cover of this book. We made that and it was really good. And yeah, one of her staples is the chocolate chip cookies, and I've tried making them before, but I didn't let them chill the proper amount, so I didn't get the full experience of what it was supposed to be like. So I'm gonna try making them again today. And this is what they are supposed to look like. I don't have much else to say. I don't want to be that person making food that's like the human embodiment of one of those blog posts where it's like you gotta scroll down and scroll down and scroll down to get to the recipe. But what makes this recipe unique is that it's brown butter. So you're gonna like brown the butter, toast the butter, and that makes a difference. So we're gonna chill it for 12 to 48 hours. Hello. So anyway, I have my mixer ready. I have my scale, and then I have all my ingredients back here. If you've not tried this before, I'd recommend baking with a scale, so that way you're not dirtying a bunch of different scoops. So for example, like 3/4 cup dark brown sugar and 2 cups of flour. You would need to use like a 3/4 cup or a 1/4 cup and then a cup, and it just turns into a lot of dishes. But if you go by weight, you only need a spoon, and then you can weigh it into the bowl. So that's what we're gonna do. Step looks like, I'm confused. It says it doesn't have salt in it, but then her little like blurb at the top is talking about salt. Oh. 2 teaspoons Diamond Crystal kosher salt. I don't have kosher salt, so I think I'm supposed to half that amount with regular salt, because I think kosher salt is less salty than like table salt. Honestly, I need to get kosher salt because this is a thing every single time I make anything out of this book. It also has a mixture of bittersweet chocolate and milk chocolate. So without further ado, I'm going to measure 4 ounces of butter and set aside in this bowl. And then in a small saucepan, I'm going to cook the remaining 4 ounces over medium-low heat until it's toasty. This also calls for heavy cream. I don't have heavy cream. I'm not a dairy gal. I only have yogurt. So I'm just going to do almond milk. I hope that that turns out fine. I thought I wasn't recording for a second. Oh my God. I'm using Kerrygold butter. This is 2 sticks of butter. So that's just easy for this purpose. And so measure 4 ounces, which is 113 grams. 14. That wasn't it. 104. 109. 112. Do I keep going? 113. Okay, so then I'm gonna put the rest of it into the mixer. There is our 113. We're gonna take this over to the stove. I'm really testing the limits of the tripod action today. Okay, I'm going to put it on this burner on medium heat. This is not, I don't think my kitchen is built for this. So this is to use a heat-proof spatula. This one's cute, but I don't think I would say that it's heat-proof. So I'm gonna go with this. Also, if you've not bought a spatula recently, they're called turners. Like at Target, this was called a plastic turner. I'm like, what happened to spatula? I don't really understand. Like if you go on Amazon, turner. I'll come back to y'all when we have some action going with the butter. If y'all have not listened to this playlist on Spotify, you gotsta. It's a really good mix. So this is what we have going. I put it on medium high for a minute, even though I wasn't supposed to. This is literally pushed up against my wall, so this is just the angle we get. But yeah, I put it on medium high, which you're not supposed to do. It's medium low. But we're on medium low now. And this will be a few more minutes. It goes from being like cute and bubbly to burnt pretty quickly. So keeping an eye on it. We're getting close. It's like a golden color now, but I'm not seeing the flecks of brown at the top yet. This smells really good. I was telling one of my friends yesterday how much I just love butter, which is like a new development for me. But we were at the movies and, you know, buttered popcorn. Like butter and bread, if I could just live off of like European butter and a baguette, I would do that. I'm gonna call this done because when I move it around, I'm seeing those golden bits move around. So I'm going to add this to the mixing bowl with the rest of the butter, making sure to get all the brown pieces in there as well. It smells so good. Okay, so that's gonna chill. I'm also gonna put my almond milk in here. Honestly, I have hazelnut creamer and that might have been a good sub. Also, I'm remembering what happened last time I made these cookies. I got the two different kinds of chocolate, but I got one of them with hazelnuts in it. So they ended up being hazelnut cookies, which was obviously delicious, but not correct. I'm gonna do our dry ingredients in this separate bowl. I'm gonna get a spoon in this bowl, put it on the scale, zero it out, move back over to grams. So we're going for 260 grams of all-purpose flour. Okay, we got our flour. Ugh, do I really have to mix it though? Have a whisk. We're being true to the recipe, except for the almond milk. I'm gonna do 3 grams of salt instead of the 6 grams that it says. I got this here HEB table salt. I do actually like to double salt in chocolate chip cookie recipes, but I think she already accounted for these to be salty. Okay, then 6 ounces of baking soda. I think baking soda also has salt in it, but I'm not a chemist. What's this? It says it's all right to have the butter be warm, but not hot, and I don't know what temperature I'd say this is. There's still some solid butter in there, so I'm gonna say that this is cool enough. We're gonna add the regular sugar and the brown sugar to this. Not take out sugar. Please tell me I have regular sugar. I have this much sugar, so I had to go to Sprouts to get sugar for like a work thing, or like we had a potluck, so I was making cookies. The smells are really good. Anyway, it was like $9 or something for this thing of sugar. It's ridiculous. You also want to be careful to not let this time out, because if you didn't like see what the weight was and it turns off, then you're gonna be really confused. 150 grams of regular sugar. I'm gonna use my whisk attachment on my mixer instead of manually whisking. We're gonna whisk this for about 45 seconds until it's smooth and thick. And then we're gonna add eggs, vanilla, and whisk for another 45 seconds. This is what that is looking like. Eggs. Pro tip, Go to Costco to buy your eggs. They're really inexpensive. 1 tablespoon vanilla extract. I don't really like this one, but it is what it is. And I am gonna measure this with an actual tablespoon, which is a lot of vanilla extract also. It would be helpful if I put the bowl up. Now we're going to add the flour mixture and mix until it's combined. This calls for whole discs and like chopped pieces of chocolate. I don't have that. I have chocolate chips, so that's what we're doing. It's a lot of chocolate. Okay, so these are semi-sweet. So we're gonna do, this calls for bittersweet. I got semi-sweet, whatever, 5 ounces, 142 grams. Let's do 142 grams. My thing is not wanting to, okay. And then 142 grams of milk chocolate. So for scooping these out, I'm just gonna put them directly on this cookie sheet that I have. I'm gonna put them really close together because they're just going in the fridge. So that's what the mission is now. And then we're gonna leave them in the fridge overnight. Cause I ain't baking cookies at midnight, probably. I lied. She said a 1/4 cup if I don't have an ounce scooper. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shape these to look nicer when they're cooled or when they're fully chilled because they're just really like soft right now. I hope I didn't mess it up, honestly. This says it makes 18 large cookies. I think I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm gonna get 15 or 16 if I can find out where to put one more on here. These are gonna go into the fridge overnight and I will come back to y'all when they're ready to be baked. Good morning. It is the next day. I have my cookies down here, the dough. I may or may not have eaten one last night and it was really good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare a couple of baking sheets. My oven's already heated to 350 and it smells so bad because I haven't used my oven in a very long time. Also feels like it might be hotter than 350. My oven's kind of weird, so this might not turn out great, but I'm gonna put the racks on the top third and bottom third positions in the oven. And then I'm going to shape these, put them on a different plate, and then I'm gonna wash this off, put some parchment paper on it, and then also get 1 or 2 other cookie sheets as well. These have to be 3 inches apart, so we might have to do a couple of rounds. All right, y'all, we are looking questionable in the oven. I just put the cookies in and then I rotated the pans because I was halfway through the cooking time. It said 18 to 22 minutes, so I started with like 20. And it's a very thin dough, so this might be a fail video, but I'll show y'all what we got. I was not patient, and so I kind of used the pans I had, but those up top look pretty good. Hopefully I'll have a good result to share. I feel confident based on my taste test last night that they'll taste good. So that's what matters. And also they're supposed to be pretty wrinkly. There says that the wrinkles come with the longer you chill it, or like it coincides with the time that you chill it. I chilled mine for a whole 24 hours almost, like a 22 hours. Okay, this is what we're looking at. Not really seeing the wrinkles I'm supposed to be seeing, but they are kind of over here. I took them out a few minutes early because it was starting to smell like they were getting real crispy. And you can see over here that they definitely are. So I'm gonna let these cool down a little bit, and then hopefully, yeah, see, these are a little smushed, but they are getting the wrinkles. So we'll see. Not sure if these holes are normal. I don't know how I feel about them, but it looks like at least the centers will be chewy a little bit. Like this one looks really good. Like soft in the center, crispy on the outside. So I think I'm gonna call this a success so far, and then we'll see how they develop over the next, I guess, 5 or 10 minutes. So I actually think the ones that I put too close together are looking better than the ones that were able to spread out more. These are like super thin. Also double checked the amount of flour I used, and I'm pretty sure that was correct. So I don't know, mildly disappointed. I also didn't rotate, like I rotated the pans, but I didn't change the shelf heights halfway through. So I'm wondering if that also made a difference. Okay, so I think I'm definitely gonna call this a semi-fail. Not really sure what I did differently. These chocolate chips also look a lot nicer. I think it's because she did the chopped and whole discs, and I did chips, so they kind of poke up a little bit more. I'm gonna say overall having chocolate chip cookies is a win, and they're warm. Hope you all enjoyed this video of making cookies with me. I had a good time. Definitely bake something if you haven't baked in a while. I would recommend it. It's very like, I don't know if I would say therapeutic because it is a little bit stressful, like not knowing if it's going to turn out, but it's fun and you have like a nice treat afterwards, and it's really nice to be able to share with people. And yeah, I love to bake so much. I used to bake all the time, and I just make excuses to not bake. Like, oh, I don't need 18 cookies in my house, or I don't have time, or whatever. But like making time for baking has been very fulfilling for me. I hope you liked this video. Feel free to subscribe if you would like, or give me a thumbs up, or let me know what you've baked recently, or if there's a recipe that you really like. I see recipes on TikTok all the time, and I'm like, just saving them for one day. So I'm trying to be better about like actually trying things that I find interesting as I see them. So I hope you guys have a good day and a good week, and I'll see you all next time.